Good morning, student. Myself UK Singh, science teacher at ISL Murli Dhanbad. Okay, so we will continue with the same chapter of class 8, that is conservation of plants and animals. Okay, so we have discussed few topics in the previous class. Okay, and only 2 or 3 topics are remaining. Okay, we have discussed about the conserved areas of forest in the form of national park, wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve. In this class we'll study about few important terms related to conservation of animals and plants. Now the first term is, as you can see in page number 84, red data book. So red data book is a kind of book in which records has been kept of endangered animals. Okay, endangered plants and animals both. Okay, so why there is a need for keeping the red data book? Because we have to be vigilant about the conservation. Okay, conservation of these plants and animals, we have to be proactive. Okay, unless we keep a record, how can we actually safeguard them? So therefore there is a need for maintaining a data which is known as red data book. Okay, so that we can easily able to figure out the different kinds of plants and animals which need conservation. Okay, and the second term is migration. So what actually is a migration? So migration actually takes place by animals, in which the animals move from one part to another part, that is from one geographical location to another geographical location. Okay, the most what you can say, the most appropriate example is the migration of birds. They move from distant places, from one country to another, from one continent to another continent. Okay, in search of favorable climate, food. Okay, and this migration is periodic. That means it takes place around a specific time in a particular year. Okay, so one of such examples is the Siberian crane, which moves from Siberia, that is Russia, in the North Pole, to the regions of Southeast Asia, which includes different countries, mainly India. Okay, they move in different regions of India during the winter season. Why? Because the winter seasons in the North Pole is very rugged. That means the temperature may what you can say, reach up to minus 45 to 50 degrees centigrade. Okay, which is not conducive for living. Also, the environment during those time in India is favorable for what you can say, living. It is more amenable, and also food is available. Okay, so this is known as migration. Okay, now moving to the next topic, recycling of paper. So we know, you must be knowing that whenever you use a paper, okay, actually paper is made from wood pulp, and for procuring wood pulp, the trees are been cut. Okay, so when you use a paper, that means some part of the what you can say plant, the pulp has been used. Okay, and that is mainly procured by cutting of the forest. Okay, so why there is a need for recycling? So you can use a paper time and time again by recycling. Recycling doesn't require the need of cutting trees. Okay, use a paper, then throw it, then again it has been recycled and made into another form. Okay, so by more recycling, we are just minimizing the what you can say, the deforestation, minimizing deforestation, so that more and more conservation of plants can take place. And if the conservation of plants plant takes place, then the habitat of the animals are also getting safeguarded. Okay, so there is a need for recycling of paper. Now it is done at various levels. Okay, more and more people are conscious about it. Okay, and awareness need to be there in around the world. Okay, now reforestation. Okay, we know that in our country and in the world also, okay, huge amount of deforestation has already occurred. Okay. To compensate that, we have to plant trees at a mass level, which is known as reforestation. Okay. So reforestation can assuage a bit of damage that has been done by deforestation. Okay. So reforestation is actually the way in which we can minimize the damage. Okay. So reforestation is done in what you can say around the world, in India also, at various levels, at the state level, district level, school level, small institutions. We also need to plant trees and take care of them at least for 1 year or 2. Okay. And that will ensure that the environment will get cleaned. Okay. One more thing we have I forgot to mention is about this ecosystem. Okay. What actually is ecosystem? So we all know that consider a bewildered place like a forest. In forest there are different components, living and non-living components. The living components includes plants, animals, small microorganisms. Okay, these are the living components. That is animals, even insects and small kind of worms also. And the plants include the lower forms of plants as well as the higher forms of plants. So these are the living components. And the non-living components include soil, water, temperature, rocks, etc. These are the non-living components. Now these, in the forest, these two components are interacting with each other to produce a kind of a stable system in which there are different trophic levels. Trophic levels means producer, consumer. The producer will be the plants, okay, and the consumers will be the animals, then secondary consumers, and so on. So this kind of association forming a system is actually known as ecosystem. Okay, because these two the living and non-living part are, or the biotic and biotic part are interacting with each other. Also there is a interaction, mineral cycling and exchange of materials. Okay, we will know more about this in your higher classes. Thank you.